Hi, I'm Lin.
And I'm Leo. Welcome back to Yoga with Lin and Leo.
Yes, and today we're going to add another pose to our directory. Parivrtta Trikonasana, so a very challenging pose, challenging on balance. So do have yourself a couple of bricks so that you can put your hand onto a brick, because we're going to go into some of the subtleties into the action. So this is where we have to bring a lot of mindfulness into your practice. So we have to really be deep within ourselves for the balance and concentration, the subtlety in the pose. So being a good Tadasana, Leo is kindly demonstrating for us. She has her back to you, but it won't be for long. So keep your chest nicely lifted and take a breath in and jump those legs apart. Just put your hands onto your hips, because we're working a little bit deeper in this action, so we're not going straight into it. Turning the feet, so turning your back foot in well, and turning the whole of the front leg and foot forward. So you can see that this is a forward facing action. And when you are a complete beginner, you just work at turning those hips to try to get some movement and to face forward. But when you're trying to work a little bit deeper in the action, you have to involve the whole of that back leg, the whole of the back of the pelvis, to help you with this rotation of the pose. So here, as you can see, Leo's working this back leg really strongly, so make sure you have a straight, strong back leg. But what's very important is that you don't shut down this inner groin. This inner groin is the pathway, Leo's doing that now, it's the pathway to your twisting action. So be sure that these outer thigh muscles, soft tissue fibre, are moving deeply into the bone, so that they create the space in the piriformis, in the back buttocks, so you can get all of this direction moving out to the side, because this is where we're twisting from. So I want you to lift up out of the pelvis and then work on this leg action so that you're creating the space, you're not shutting off that groin, and then start to rotate this buttock. So you've got to turn from the centre of the buttock out to the outer hip, and then continue to turn, continue to turn. And as you turn, you're going to be turning the whole of the back fibres, everything turns and rotates. Go very slowly. If you're unsure of the pose, go slowly into it, and just being very mindful of taking yourself deeply inside. If you find you're holding your breath, then stop breathing again. Very important. As you can see here, Leo's taking her hand to the outer hip, and work on this rotation again, this rotation here. And from there, you've got to lift all the way out of the pelvis so that you can start to get that rotational action. So again, go slowly, have yourself a brick if you need it. So much extension, so much rotation, so that this shoulder starts to come up towards the ceiling. So this is the point where you can start to think about taking this hand up. So taking the arm up, palm nice and open, take a few breaths, enjoy the action, draw deeply into that back leg, remembering this action of rotation. This is really coming nicely now. Okay, to come out, don't just fall out of the pose, lift those pelvic hip bones, and then extending up and out. Again, turning those feet. Right, we're going to come to the left side now. So some of you may have a better side. So just take it slowly, turn that back foot in nicely, and the whole of the front leg out. And again, you're in this forward-facing position. So we have to see again that we're not crossing or squashing this inner groin. So we've got to see, yeah, look what Leo's doing. So when you just pivot in the pelvis like that, you just drop everything. So just be mindful that you're keeping that back leg straight. These thigh muscles are moving into the bone, but also these inner thighs are not restricted. You've got to move to the bone so that you open that groin. That inner groin needs to be fluid. So we have to see that now we start to work with the muscular body. You get in that rotation all the way through to the outer hip and coming into that twisting action, the Parivrtta is the revolving triangle action. So keep revolving and then reach for your brick and just be there for a moment. Now, of course, you can have a go at the classic pose. If this is going well, take the hand a little bit further down. But at this moment, if you're working on the refinement. Keep this rotation, keep this steadiness, keep the framework absolutely strong and open. And then keep that rotation so much so that you're reaching out of the pelvis and this shoulder is lifting. And not until it really is open, this broadness in the collarbone comes, can you take this arm off. Otherwise the arm will be distorted. Take the arm to here. This is great. If you find it's difficult to open those shoulders, just have a look here. If this is closed, then the arm will end up here. So we have to work on this rotation, rotate, rotate, so everything opens and then the arm can go up with a fluid action. When you come out of this pose, you have to see again, you come out slowly and carefully. Make sure these frontal hip flexors are lifted up as you come up out of the pose, and try to keep your balance and then bring those legs together. Great, and recover in Tadasana. Just take a few moments to take those feet together, move those thighs back, lift that soft tissue fibre of the legs all the way up through the body. So your legs end up finishing right up here. So continue to keep that lift through the centre of the body, roll your shoulders back and down, and let the breath become calm, smooth, and quiet. Soften the eyes, soften the facial features. We hope you enjoyed Parivrtta Trikonasana today.
Thank you for joining us today, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Namaste.
Namaste.